on your lower body, full body, but with that mini band. We're gonna be about 50 seconds on each move, and then we'll go into like a quick burnout round. So just to start warming up, that mini band, slide it up over your knees. Feet are gonna go hips width apart, and then you're just gonna squat and lift. So lower and lift. Thinking about all the weight in your heels. Chest is nice and open. Eyes are forward, just taking it kind of nice and slow before we progress into a little bit more movement. So nothing crazy. Just keep thinking about pressing out on that mini band. So pressing your knees out to the side and then dropping your seat nice and low as if you're kind of seated in that chair. So about 20 more seconds here, and then we'll add a little bit of upper body with it. Just nice big inhales to lower. Exhale, press the hips forward, squeeze the glutes on the top for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You're gonna come into a plank. Option here to hold your plank on straight arms and step out to the left or the right, or jump both feet out to the right in 3, 2, plank jacks, out and in, out and in. So you're fighting that band, staying in that plank, thinking about your hips dropping in line with your shoulders. Nice, and just plank jacking out and in. So really trying to fight that band. Anybody that's wrist starts to bug them, you can always come up standing and do these as jumping jacks on the top. And so we're just gonna keep building, keep adding from here. 25 seconds in, 25 more seconds to go. Try to keep those shoulders in line, right? The hips in line, out and in. Out and in, stay with that here. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. I know they like to try to creep up, so try to roll them back. Stay with it for 10, 9, go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna stay in that plank. You're gonna go one plank jack, one tap of your heels to your seat, jump up and find a squat. So we're just comboing it and adding on. All right, find your plank jack in 3, 2, plank jack out, in, heels to seat, heels to hands, stand up, squat, right back down, out, in, up, and down, out, in, up, and down. Just staying with that here, incorporating that full body, flowing nice and quick here. Taking a nice deep squat at the top, pressing the knees out with the band. Option to slow it down, option to keep the heart rate going nice and quick here, right? We will slow it down in a minute though. We'll take a little breather. We'll come off those wrists. But you got about 10 more counts here. 10, take it 9, go 8, and 7, go 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, shake it out here, 10 seconds. Feet are gonna go wide. We're gonna have those in and out squats. So feet are nice and wide. Take your right hand, start it down towards the ground, and then we're gonna jump the feet in and out in 3, 2, switch those hands, and switch. And switch, and switch again. If you don't want to jump, just go narrow and wide, narrow and wide, but fight that band, right? Try to really pop that band. Keep the chest proud, so staring at the screen in front of us, right? Rolling the shoulders back, dropping the seat nice and low, in and out squats here. And remember, we're gonna go through all these moves again for a quick burnout round. But right now, you're always gonna work for that 50 seconds and get 10-second break. Stay with this here. In and out, we got about 15 more seconds. Really drop that seat. Exhale as you lift, down and up for 10, 9, take it 8, 7, 6, go 5, this is 4, 3, 2, start at the back of your mat. We're gonna take those monster walks where you press the bands out, 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 and then you walk back. So making that kind of half C, that curve with those legs. 3, 2, right into it. Press on that band. Really press on that band. Pressing out on that band. All right, working low in that seat. Breathing in and out. Circling those legs right here. Fighting that band with those half circles, right? So really kind of taking that monster walk, that little half circle here. We got about 20 more seconds. Nice work. And then we're just gonna add on to there, staying with the band. You got about 10 more seconds. Fight that band here. 5, 3, 2. Now instead of traveling up and down your mat, you're going to travel the width of your mat with those nice lateral walks. When you get to the outside, you're going to go out and in, and then walk it to the opposite side. So about 3 steps, and then 1 out and in squat. In 3, 2, 1. Take 1 or 2 steps, maybe 3, out and in, and then the feet go wide and the seat goes down, right? Fight that band, out and in, and keep walking here. So we're activating all those supporting low glute muscles, right? The thighs, the outer thighs, the quads, and the booty here, fighting that band in and out. You got it. This is move number 6. That band's gonna come off of our legs. We're gonna get into our upper body soon enough, so stay with it. Lateral steps, and then out and in, and then right back down and over to the opposite side for 8, 7, 6, fight that band for 5, try to make it pop. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that band is gonna come over our wrists. Again, option to stay on your mat and just step out to the right and out to the left, or option 2, find your plank and walk it over to the right and then over to the left. So 2 options. In 3, 2, 1, you can slide it out to the left and out to the right, staying on your knees, or you can find your plank and you can walk it 1 or 2 steps to the left, 1 or 2 steps to the right, fighting that band on your wrists. So you just get to pick, right? If you don't want to use the band, totally fine. Slide it out to the left, out to the right, or find your plank and hold and slide from there. Nice job taking it out, and in. Staying with that here, breathing in and out. We got about 10 more counts right there. Gonna go into a little back extension, and then we'll hit our core. In 5, 4, 3, 2, take that band, place it right over your wrists here, over your thumbs. Option 1, we lay down on our bellies, toes together, right? Reach the band out in front of you, hips stay fired down, gaze stays down. Lift your arms, row 1 arm back, extend and lower. Lift your arms, row the opposite arm, extend and lower. Let's go in 3, 2, lift, row, extend, lower. Add your legs if you want, and lift them both up with the arms as we hit this flexion in our back. If you don't want to hit it there, totally fine. You don't need to. But if you can, stay with that row, extend, lift, and lower. And for anybody that does not want to do this and you'd rather come standing, you can row and curtsy lunge those legs as an option too. Obviously, different movement, you're losing the flexion in your back. So think about your hips pressing into the mat, your belly button scooping up and in, right? You have an ice cube under that belly button. You don't want to melt it with your belly touching it. So hips press down, belly button scoops up and in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Move number 9. Flip over onto your back. Thumbs or wrists can be in the band. Take those legs to reverse tabletop and start crisscrossing those ankles. Now, if you want more, lower the legs and lift the shoulders. Have tension on the band. So we're engaging the shoulders and the core, going over, under, right? That's too much tension on the head, on the neck. Lower the head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe bend the knees and crisscross over, under. The challenge to get into your core here is to lift the shoulder blades up, but roll them down towards the mat. Longer the legs are, the lower the legs are, the more challenging this is. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna do all those moves again, but it's gonna be about 35 seconds of each one right into the next movement. So you can slide the band up, you're gonna slide it right over your knees again, and then we're gonna start right from the top in about 15 seconds. So a little break here. You got like 4.5 minutes. You've done every move, so you know which one's coming up. We'll go with those squats in 5, 4, 3, 2, squat down and up. Take it down and up. Now go for a little more speed, right? Down and up. Try to make it a little more intense. If you want to add a jump, add it in, right? You can jump off the ground, or you can keep both feet on the ground. But you got 15 more seconds until we find those plank jacks. So stay with it here. Take it 10, take it 9, and 8. Right into the plank jacks, right? No hesitation, no setbacks or jumping jacks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and plank jack out and in. Out and in, out and in, out and in. or step. Now you know the options, so you know where you can go, right? Keeping that seat aligned. Beautiful. Listen into your body. Going into jumping jacks if you want to get off the wrists. Remember what's coming next. If you want to stay off those wrists, you could go air squat and jumping jack and a donkey kick, right? Or you're going to do this on the floor. Remember, we'll start with one plank jack. The heels come to the seat. We jump the hands to the feet. One plank jack in 3, 2, plank jack. Donkey kick, heels to seat, squat, and lower. Right into it. If you'd rather do the standing squat, lift, jumping jack. Squat, lift, jumping jack, right? Pick what's gonna work well for your body, not for your neighbors, right? And you can always go like 2 squats if that works kinetically for your brain. You got it, nice job adding that donkey kick on the top. We got about 15 seconds. Stay with this here. We got those in and out squats on deck. You guys got it, stay with it. 10, go 9 and 8. This last time you see the donkey kicks or the plank jacks, right? 5, 4, in and out squats in 3, 2, feet go wide. Right hand goes down, in and out. Left hand, right hand, left hand, right? You might be doing the opposite, totally fine, just stay moving. Keep the heart rate up. Right now we're trying to get into that cardiovascular threshold, right? Trying to push that envelope, right? Rev that metabolic rate. 15 seconds in, 15 to go. You guys got this. Nice, nice work. We take it into that lateral walk. Remember, we get to slow it down with that monster lateral walk coming up. In 3, 2, start at the back of your mat. Press that band. Press, press, press. Really press out on that band. Press out on the band. 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 You guys got it. Stay with that here. Right? These rounds go quick. We take it into that lateral walk without the monster press. So just walking sideways in about 10 seconds, and then that out and in squat in 8, 7, 6, go 5 more. Press that band. 4, 3, 2, sink down low. Take it out and in, and then monster walk, lateral walk to the side, out and in. Right, now it doesn't matter if you're walking and you start with the feet narrow or you start with them wide, right? You pick what's gonna work for your body right now. Taking that here. We got those plank walks where you are banded or sliding or rowing those arms in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Band your wrists or your thumbs in 3, 2. Option slide, slide. Option find your plank. Step, 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 and step, right? Options here. Find what works for you. We get off those wrists. We go into our back flexion here. So we're just sliding. You can also do this as a bird dog if you'd rather. Right hand, left leg, left hand, right leg, right? Working that core strength for 8, 7. We're on our bellies, Superman in a row in 3, 2. Hips pressed down, toes together. Use that core, right? Use your back, brace yourself, row, extend and lower. Keep your gaze right down towards the mat. You don't need to look up. You don't need to straighten your neck. Lift, lower, and a row. Again, same thing if you'd rather just stay on your knees and off of your belly. Row here. Maybe you want to row and add a curtsy lunge, that's fine. Stay with this. We're flipping it over onto our backs. We have those over, under, static hold in 3, 2, over, under, over, under, over, under. Crisscross those ankles. Keep tension on the band. Stay with that here. Bend the knees if you want to. This is your last 20 seconds with this. Then we go right into our heavier weight and the mini band's done. Go here, last 15 seconds. Crisscross, can you lower the legs? Can you hold that tension on the band a little tighter for 8, 7, 6, you go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and hug those knees into your chest. Take a little roll of that spine. Nice work, you guys. So we're gonna have about 8 minutes on our upper body. You're gonna grab your heavier weights, very similar clock. We're gonna go with a plank row. So option is stay on your knees and row. Option to find your plank here and alternate that row. You can alternate, totally fine. Slide the weights out of your way. We go into push-ups. Option to do these on your toes, use your couch, use a workout bench, down and up into the push-ups. Then a little bit cardio infused in. We're gonna start in a plank, walk or jump your feet to your hands, stay low and bicep curl and extend. Jump it back, stay low, bicep curl and extend. Move number 4, if you were wondering if we were gonna build to where we are, yep. we're gonna row, row, push up, down and up, and then bicep curl and shoulder press. So those are those man makers, right? Do every single part of that body. So let's start in about 10 seconds in a plank row. Grab your heavier weights, all upper body. You can start kneeling or in a plank in 4, 3, 2, 1. Alternate that row up and down. If anybody is like, I want to beat off my wrist, I don't want to be there for the whole time, you can always come up to standing, right? You can hinge back and row just on one side, and then we'll switch it, right? But staying in that plank, we're going to engage our core. We're going to challenge our body a little bit differently. Remember, it's only about 8 minutes with these weights. 4 moves, pretty straightforward, so stay with it here. You'll get that 10-second break as we transition, right? But it's going to build. That's the point of this. It's building on to what we're doing. So the rows set us up for the push-ups that set us up then for that thruster and the bicep. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, roll your wrists out, shake your wrists out, right? We're gonna go into push-ups. Now we all know a push-up is just a plank and we add movement, right? So this time we're gonna work the chest and the shoulders. Elbows can fan out to the sides, fingertips fan in 3, 2, inhale, exhale. Now try not to come to straight arms, right? Try not to lock your elbows out on the top. Keep a little micro bend. Goal is to keep that micro bend as we lower, exhale, lift up. So even if you have to think about lifting maybe like halfway, right? That'll help you just realize, do you lock the elbows out, right? Do you go straight every time, lock them out? We don't really want that, right? We do want to come up as high as we can, but the goal really is to go as low as possible. We got about 20 more seconds. We'll get that moment to come into that thruster and that bicep curl. 10, 9, 8, 7, last 6, go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So option 1, if you do not want to add the thruster in, just come standing, come into bicep curls. Option 2, let's start in that plank in 3, 2, jump or float your feet to your hands, stay low, bicep curl, plant the weights down, jump or float it back, jump or float it in, bicep curl. So we're not standing all the way up yet, right? I promise in the next set when we add the shoulder press, we'll stand up. But right now, I want you to try to stay low, right? Open up that chest, drop the tailbone, scoop the abdominals up and in. You guys got it, stay with this. So this is a little more cardio intensive, right? We flow through this a little bit quicker now. We've moved into the biceps, we're kind of away from the shoulders, right? We're out of the plank, so we don't have to focus too much on our core, but our core is still working. That's what's gonna hold us upright. 10, 9, 8, and then we're gonna put it all together, right? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when we put it together, it's gonna look like row, row, push up, down and up, jump or float the feet to the hands, bicep curl, and we add a shoulder press. Let's meet in our plank in 3, 2, row, row, push up, down and up, jump or float the feet, bicep curl, shoulder press, right back down. And we row, row, inhale, exhale, jump or float the feet. You can stand up as you bicep curl into that shoulder press, right? Weights should be a little heavy, so it should feel pretty tough. We should feel like we want to use our lower body as we press up. Right? Once you're done with this, your upper body is mostly behind you. We will have some core work with the sliders, but that's on deck. That's coming, so don't worry about that right now. Stay with this movement. Stay breathing for 10, 9, we slow it all back down in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 10 seconds, reset, refocus, plank rows on deck. If you want to adjust your weights, now's a great time. In 3, 2, row, row. So remember, if you were rowing on one side, this is just that time where you take the standing row on the opposite side, or I'll give you that cue of the halfway point, and you'll just switch those sides to balance out that body. Nice, you guys. Think about your hips, right? Hips got high beams on. High beams do not need to light up the sides of the road. They need to light up the road right ahead of us. That's your mat, right? So high beams fire straight down. Stay with this. Take it here for 10. Go 9. Take it 8. Go 7. You're there in 6 push-ups in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Now remember, push-ups can be done against your couch, against a bench, against a wall. Any elevated surface is going to help make it a little more supportive. Bosu is obviously going to make it harder, right? That's a challenge. 3, 2, fingertips fan in, hips shift forward, inhale, exhale, down and up. Keep your gaze right in front of you, maybe to the edge of your mat. All right, breathing in and out, lowering and lifting here, taking it down and up. Nice work, nice job. Breathe, make sure to use your breath. All right, it's there to help us, it's not there to hinder us. 25 more seconds. Last time you're doing individual push-ups. I promise with the sliders you will not see any push-ups. You will see some other work, but no push-ups. 15 seconds. Take it down and up. We inhale as we lower, exhale to lift. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You know you got your thruster and your bicep curl on deck. This is the one where we stay low for the bicep curls. We meet in our plank in 3, 2, plank. Jump or float the feet to the hands, bicep curls, stay low. Jump it right back. Jump it in, bicep curl, stay low. Right, options here. You don't jump, you don't float, you stand up, right? You do what works for your body. Breathing in and out, we have that final combo, right? That's what's on deck. Then the weights get pushed to the side, right? So these heavy weights should start to spike that heart rate a lot, right? That's why we're using something a little more heavy, a little more challenging than normal, right? Because you are getting breaks. I know it's not a ton of breaks. It's also not a ton of time here. You got about 10 more seconds. Go 10, 9, really curl for 8, 7, right? Make that Popeye muscle, right? That like spinach commercial muscle, really pop for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We put it all together. We row, row, down, up, jump or float, the feet to the hands, bicep curl, shoulder press, and then right back down in 3, 2, row, row. Add the push up, jump or float the feet, bicep curl, shoulder press, stay with that here, right, floating through this. You got it, it is your last 50 seconds of this cardio. Then we slow it down. All right, so stay with it here. It's gonna be over before you know it. Staying with it here. Breathe in and out. You guys got it, 20 more seconds. Kind of go all out, right? Go like this is your finish line, right? It is right ahead of you. You want to hit that finish line. You want to finish stronger than where we started. You've got this in the tank. Let's go. Last 10 counts here. You take it for 10. Go 9. You take it for 8. Go 7. You're there. In 6. You go 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last count. Whew. Shake it out. Grab a sip of water. Put those weights away. You don't need them. Grab some water. I'm going to show you what the moves are. So we're going to come with that running man and that lunge. So if you're using a slider, let's slide that slider underneath our right foot. Left leg's going to go forward, and we're going to lunge down and up. So we're working through that left side. Last 30 seconds, we're going to hold it low. We're going to take it into our running man. From there, we're going to take it into our single leg squat. So the slider still stays under our right leg. We're squatting through the left, right? Squatting through that left. From there, we will come down into a plank. We'll do a little bit of plank work, right? We'll come into a little tabletop work. So as you can see, I rolled my mat up just so I have some place to put my hands, because we will come down. If you have more space and you want to have the mat out, totally fine. But let's take our left leg forward, and you're just lunging back on the right side in 3, 2, lunge down and up. So using these sliders, down and up. Take it down and up. Lower and lift. We're here for a full minute, so take your time, right? If you're not using a slider, totally fine. You're lunging down and up, down and up. That back knee's trying to come to 90 degrees. Dropping it nice and low. About 30 seconds in. So you got about a minute more work on this side. Remember, we're gonna add into that running man. And if you're not using a slider, that's just a low pulse down for 30 seconds. If you're using a slider, it's a slide in and out. When we get there in 20 seconds, I'll guide you through it. But right now, just lower and lift, lower and lift. We got about 10 more seconds. So no slider, we're just pulsing down. Slider, you're sliding it in and out. In 5, 4, let's all meet at our lowest lunge. In 3, 2, lowest lunge. You're either pulsing down or you're bringing in and out. in and out, in and out. You are here for 30 seconds. It should burn. It should build, right? If you're pulsing straight down, back knee. Just keep thinking about it getting lower, lower, lower. If you're sliding it in, slide it in and out. You're burning out that front thigh, whichever way you're doing it, for 10, 9, 8, 7, single leg squat. In 5, 4, slider stays under the right foot, turn to face the camera, slide it out, and in, slide it out, and in. So we're sinking all the weight into that left thigh, the thigh that's not moving, right? It might be your right thigh, totally fine. Just stay with the same side you're working, right? That's the goal. We're gonna burn out that side. If you're not using a slider, right, I want you to just step the foot out and in, step out and in, step out and in. So we're putting all that weight into the left single leg, right? 30 seconds in, right? But if you got that slider, you're sliding it out, right? You could also use a sock on a hardwood floor, right? Piece of Tupperware, that Tupperware top on carpet. We got it about 15 more seconds. And here we're gonna add on pulses. So option 1, if you're not using a slider, you're pulsing your seat just down an inch. Option 2, you're gonna slide it up an inch, down an inch here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up an inch, down an inch, up, down, up, down. If you're not using a slider, right, you're just pulsing down. Pulse down, pulse down. Save movement, burning out that leg. Stay with it here. You got 20 seconds. Then I promise we're coming down into a plank. We're gonna hit the leg a little bit on the core, so stay with it here. Breathing in and out. You gotta take a 10. Little pulse for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Let's meet in a plank in 3, 2, 1. Find your plank. Keep that slider underneath those right toes. Bring it in and out. Bring it in and out. Now, option here, if you want to add on more, all right, you can add on by bringing that right knee in, over, back, and out. In, over, back, and out. So right knee, right elbow, pendulum to the left, pendulum back to the right, and send it out. Bring it in, over, back, and out. In, over, back, and out. You don't have to do that one, just if you want to, all right? Stay with that here. Breathing in and out. We are going to lose the slider in a minute here. We're going to stay on our right side. All right, stay with it. You have about 10 more counts here. You're going to stay on your right side. We're going to stay in a tabletop. All right, and we're just going to pulse that leg out to the side in 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your right leg working. Step it out to the side and back to center. Go out to the side and back to center. Hips stay square, back to center. Out to the side and back to center. So you're just stepping it out to the side and then bringing it back to center. Stay with that right here. Breathing in and out. Let's go for 10, 9, 8. So we're going to work the outside of the seat. 7, 6. You can always drop to your forearms. 5, 4, 3, 2. I want you to bend that knee. Now lift the knee out to the side and flex your foot, right? We kind of look like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant, right? No polite way to say that. Press out, frog press, and back in. Press out and in. Press out and in. So our foot is flexed, all right? My right knee is coming right up to my right hip and then pressing back out. Right knee, right hip, and then press it back out. Right knee, right hip, and then press it back out. So it's a frog press to the side, right? So if my arm was your leg, it's in and out, in and out. Just pressing out to the side here. You will find that that right hip opens a little bit to the side. That's okay. All right, just stay with it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to take the fancy out. Just lower both knees. Lift your right knee to the side and back down. So just like that dog on a fire hydrant, right? We lift side and back to center. Side and back to center. So your knees tap together and then they open to the side. Just that right side here. Stay with that movement. You got one more add-on here in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that knee out to the side. Tuck your toes like you're trying to take your right toes and tap your left elbow. So wrap it around your glutes, right? So we wrap that around, around, around. So the goal is to keep the knee pressing back and keep pressing those right toes as if they're trying to tap that left elbow for 10. 9, squeeze your seat. 8, 7, 6, we're gonna use the slider again in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that slider, slide it right underneath those right toes again here. Hold your plank, and I want you to just slide the slider out and back. Slide it out and back. Slide it out and back. It's out and back. Stay with this out and back. Keep staying with this right here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slide both feet on the slider, drop to your elbows here, and then drop your chin to your chest, pike your hips up and down, dolphin pike. Up and down. Stay with that here, with that dolphin pike, up and down. Right, big exhale, drop your chin to your chest, fold your body in half. Option to do this just in a plank without the slider, right? Up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7. We're gonna come to straight arms and take it pike to plank in 5, 4, straight arm plank in 3, 2, find your straight arm plank, fold the body in half and back down, pike to plank. You're using the slider, same motion, just lift and lower. Lift and lower. Breathing in and out. Stay with that here. You got it. This is the only time you see these ones today, so stay with it. Big inhales, big exhales for 10, 9. We stay in our straight arm plank. The slider comes under our left foot in 5, 4, 3, 2. We have that step out and in just on the left hand side, the opposite side. So we're working through this on the opposite side, right? In and out. Stay with this here. In and out. Take it 10, in or out. Go 9, in or out. Go 8, in or out. Go 7, in or out. 6 more in or out. Last 5, in or out. 4, in or out. 3, in or out. Take it 2, in or out. 1 more in or out. Come into your tabletop. Take your left leg out to the side, tap to the side and back to center. Go side and back to center. Now we're on the opposite side, the left side here. Hips fire straight down and fire straight back as we step out to the side and back to center for 10. 9, same exact movements. 8, so you know what's coming. 7, stepping out to the side and back to center. 6, out to the side and back to center. 5, side and center. 4, side and center. 3, side and center. Take it 2, side and center. 1 more here. Let's bring the knees together. Lift the knee up to the side, flex the foot and press and bend. Big press and bend. It's a frog press out and in, out and in. Press out and in. Stay with it for 8, 7. We got that fire hydrant and then that wrap in 6, 5, 4. Stay with it here for 3, 2. Both knees down on the mat. Press your palms into the mat. Lift to the side and then back to center. Side and center. So we lift and then back to the center, just like that dog, right, on the fire hydrant. Lifting and squeezing, lowering and lifting here for 8. Down or up. 7, down or up. 6 more lift and lower. 5 more lift and lower. 4 more lift and lower. 3 more lift and lower. 2 more lift and lower. 1 more lift. Hold it up to the side. Tuck the toes and then tap. And then tap left toes. Come to the right elbow as you wrap right here. Wrap those toes around. Wrap them around. We're going to go to those plank knee tucks soon enough. If you want to add in the pendulum, you can. But you got 10 more tucks here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slider underneath the left toes. Bring the left knee to the left elbow and back out. Left knee, left elbow, and back out. If you want more, left knee, left elbow. Left knee, right elbow. Back to the left elbow and out. In, over, back, out. In, over, back, out. You pick what you want to do right here. Because this is the last movement you have on your shoulders, on your core before we make it to standing here. And we go into our single leg squats, focusing on the right side. You got about 20 more seconds here. Stay with that. Sliding it in, over, and across if you want. If you don't need it, right? But stay with us for 10. 9, we make our way to standing in 8. The slider stays under the left foot. In 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, burning out the right side, down and up. Take it down and up, single leg squat. Remember, if you're not using a slider, you step down and up. Step out to the side and up, working all through that right leg. Right, option to slide that slider out and in, option to just stay there, right? Find what's gonna work for you. Stay there, we've got a full minute here. You're 15 seconds in, right? The chest stays proud. We really focus on the foot on the slider or the foot that's stepping out as super light, right? That's why a slider, you can just slide it out and slide it back in because all the weight is on that working side, the side where we're just holding, we're just building that strength. Remember, we're gonna finish with that 30 seconds of little inch up, down, or pulsing into that standing leg if we don't have a slider. Last 15 seconds, full range, right? Take it slow, take it controlled for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Find your lowest single leg squat, up, down, up, down, up, down. If you don't have a slider, right, we pulse down into the standing leg, down, pulse down. So my goal is to keep dropping my seat in line with my knee, pulsing here, 15 more seconds. We finish with those lunges, all right? Oh, thank goodness. We're getting up, last 10. Take it 9 and 8, last 7. Go 6 and 5, you're there. In 4, you take it for 3, 2, and 1. Let's lunge it down. Slider stays underneath the left foot, down and up, down and up. Take it down and up. So we're just lowering and lifting here, all the way down, all the way up. Right, if you're using those sliders, same exact thing. Knee drops to 90 degrees and then back up. You got it, lowering and lifting here. We got about 30 more seconds full range and we finish with our pulses. Then we grab our Bosu. We have our last round. It's gonna be cardio. We're gonna get the heart rate up. So stay with it here. Take it here for 10. Go 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it low. Little pulse if you're not using the slider. If you are using a slider, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. 30 seconds, burn out that right thigh. You got 20 seconds to go, that's it. Then the sliders are done. We put them away. You don't need them anymore. So stay with it here. Come on, stay with it. Right here, little pulse. Really burn out that leg. Come on, 10, 9, stay with it, 8. Go 7 and 6. We go for 5, take it 4. Go 3, go 2, and on 1, shake it out. Whew, push that slider away. You do not need the slider anymore. If you want to use the Bosu, you're going to grab your Bosu. We're going to put the solid side up facing towards us. All right, if you don't want to, you don't need to. You don't have to use the Bosu either. You're going to be on a forearm plank. So I recommend taking your mat, putting it on the Bosu so it's a little supportive here, coming onto your forearms, right? It's unstable here. And then we're bringing left knee, left elbow, left knee, left elbow, right knee, right elbow. We're going through that. You have 40 seconds on, 10 seconds break. We do that 2 times. Then we are taking our mat off that Bosu. We're flipping our Bosu over and we're going with that air squat and the jump to the Bosu. So we already did this, right? So you could go air squat, regular squat, air squat, regular squat. If you're using the Bosu, right, you take 1 air squat and then you jump on the Bosu back down. Air squat, jump back down. So let's flip that Bosu over if you're using it. Let's come onto our forearms or straight arms. Wobbly side down, solid side up in 3, 2, right knee, right elbow, left knee, left elbow, right knee, right elbow, left knee, left elbow. Working the core right here. So we're 40 seconds. Nice long time, right? So stay with it here. Bring that knee in. Keep those hips level. Right, this is our final little burnout round right here. 20 seconds in, 20 seconds to go. You do the 2 moves back to back, nothing fancy, nothing sneaky. Stay with it for 10. Go 9, take it 8, being on your forearms, a little more intense on the core. Come to straight arms for a little reprieve. 5, 4, 3, 2, Just shake your arms out. 10 seconds. You do that again one more time. If you want to add on here and you're on straight arms and you want to cut across the body, you can do that. Being on your forearms is going to make it a little tricky to cut across the body, but you can do that too. In 3, 2, across, across, across. Now maybe try to wobble your elbows on that Bosu a little bit, right? It's going to throw your balance, right? We want that a little bit. We want to try to throw our balance just a little bit, right? Stay with this here. All right, you guys got it. 20 seconds in, 20 more seconds. We come right up to standing. Go into a little bit of hop work. Take it here, you got it. 10 more counts here, then you're off those forearms. You're up in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 10 seconds to recover. Now remember, you can do this on the ground. It is one regular squat and one air squat, or it's an air squat and then I want you to physically jump and land on your Bosu. So make sure the Bosu is flipped over. Solid side down, round side up in 3, 2, air squat, jump to the Bosu, land and back down. Air squat, jump to the Bosu, land back down. Do this on the floor if you want. You don't need to use the Bosu if you don't want to, right? Stay with this here. You got it. Nice work. Nice job. Staying with that here. We're 15 seconds in, so we got a little over 15 seconds to go. Make sure you squat at the bottom, right? Make it count. That's why we're doing the air squat, so you really drop low before you explode and jump onto that Bosu. All right, take it here. 10 more seconds here. Then we got one more round of that. Go 8, go 7. You've got it. Go 6, go 5 and 4, go 3 and 2 and 1. Shake it out. 10 seconds to recover. You do that one more time, and then you got 2 new moves on deck, all right? Stay with me here. You go in 5, 4, 3, 2, right back to those exact same moves. Go right back into them. You guys got it. Nice work. As you can see, we're going to do something where we need our mat, right? That's why I'm rolling it out. Stay with us here. You guys got it. It's that air squat or that jump. Pick your poison right here. Stay with it here. You got 20 seconds. That is it. Come on. We got 2 new moves on deck. That is it. That's all that's left. In 10, 9, you got it. Go 8, go 7 and 6. You go for 5. This is 4. Take it 3, 2 and 1. So I'm going to take my Bosu and I'm going to put my Bosu up on my shins right here, right? So that's heavy. You could also put a weight there. I'm going to lift my head, neck, and shoulders. I'm going to crunch up, but I'm going to take my right elbow over to my left knee and back down. Left knee and back down. So it's the top part of a bicycle crunch with the Bosu on my shins. We do that 2 rounds through. Flip your Bosu. So again, same thing. You could do that without the Bosu, right? Lift and lower. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. 2 rounds like that. Flip your Bosu. So the round side is down. The solid side is up. Find your plank. Jump both feet over to the right and back to center. Over to the left and back to center. Over to the right and back to center. 2 rounds like that. These rounds are only 30 seconds each, right? So we will get that 10-second break, but they're really quick. You have about 2.5 minutes left. Lay on your back. Put the Bosu solid side down on your shins in 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Bring that right elbow over to the left knee and lower down. Left knee, right elbow. Keep alternating that bicycle. Again, if you're not using the Bosu, totally fine. If you are, great. Keep staying with that. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. If you want to be standing, you can do this standing. You've got this. Go here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lay down on your back. Shake it out. 10 seconds to recover right here. We do that one more time. If you're like, I don't know, that just wasn't working for me, totally fine. Just take it to regular crunches in 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So you could just crunch regular here, right? Or you could add that opposite elbow, opposite knee, and switch. And switch your 15 seconds in. You're coming into your last minute of work. Stay with this here. You got 10 more counts here. 10. Take it 9 and 8. You go for 7 and 6. You go for 5. This is 4. Go 3, 2, and 1. If you're using a Bosu, flip it over, round side down, solid side up. Hands on the Bosu. If you're not, you do this on the ground. Otherwise, you're using your plank. We jump both feet over to the right elbow in 3, 2, jump and center, side and center. All right, so these are those skier hops going for speed. If you don't want to be down on your arms, you can hop this side to side here, right? You can take it standing, totally fine. You guys have got it 10 seconds in. You have 30 seconds here. Stay with it. Come on, keep finding that breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Stay with it here. Take it 10 more counts, go 10. Take it 9 more counts, go 8. And 7, you're there. In 6, you go for 5. This is 4, 3, 2, catch your breath. Shake it out. We go one final round, final thing you do in 3, 2, 30 seconds. Hop, hop, hop. Stay with it here. Right, keep the heart rate up. Keep spiking it up through the roof. You got it, 20 seconds, that's it. Come on, take it side to side to side, right? Breathe, you can dig deep right here. You can absolutely do this. You have 10 seconds left, and then we hold a plank in 10. Go 9, this is 8. Go 7, this is 6. Go 5, this is 4. Go 3, 2, find your plank, hold your plank for 10. 9, let the heart rate drop for 8. Heels back for 7, belly button up and in for 6. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop to your knees. Knees go wide, seat goes back. Flip your palms up to the sky. Take a big inhale here and a big exhale. Big inhale and exhale. When you're ready, let's just come into that plank. Take your left knee to your left elbow for that pigeon. Drop your seat down and take that nice stretch right there. Taking a big inhale, big exhale here. 1 or 2 more big deep breaths in and out. And then when you're ready, taking your time, but coming up into those straight arms, and then take it on the opposite side, stretching out through those legs. So all that band work we did in the beginning, right? Taking a big stretch there, letting the hip drop down, releasing some of that tension in the hip. Breathing in and out, big inhales and exhales. And then when you're ready, let's come back through center here. Just on those knees, let's lift up into a downward dog. If you want, lift one leg up, bend the knee in half, and then little circle around for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and reverse that circle for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opposite side, lift that leg up, bend the knee in half, circle around for 8, 7, 6, 5, and reverse that circle for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly walk the hands to the feet or the feet to the hands. Big bend in the knees. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. And give yourself a round of applause.